Welcome everyone. Welcome Phoenixes to another installment of ReCreate Fridays. Welcome to our new members this week. We are so happy to have you with us. If this is your first time seeing me, let me introduce myself to you. I am Daniela Langford and I am your creative transformational catalyst. I take pride, it is my sole job on this planet, is to show you all how creativity can set you free. What? Yes, using your creativity can actually set you free. And we go into that in a myriad of ways during the weeks. So on Fridays, I like to bring to you a project, a craft, a DIY, an art, something that you can do that I will show you how to tutorial, DIY, all of that stuff that you can do at home, because I want to show you how easy it is to incorporate creativity into your life. So welcome everybody. We're going to have a blast this week. So this week on ReCreate Fridays, what we are going to be doing is those absolutely fun crayon melting paintings. Oh my goodness. So I've got some here. Here's a fun one. How fun is that? Did this one here. Here's another example. This one you see a lot on Pinterest. These are super fun and super easy to do. These ones I did for under $6. Okay, not kidding you guys. And finally, our little bit more advanced version. How adorable is this, you guys? So I kind of wanted to bring a craft that was semi kind of romantic-y, kind of, you know, because Valentine's Day is coming up, and, you know, for me, any excuse to celebrate and to make crafts and DIY and art and any sort of theme. So if any sort of themed holiday comes up, I'm always jumping on it to bring something to that, because I absolutely love decorating and I love doing all this stuff. So, and I love encouraging you guys to do it because it is so much fun. It brings so much joy into our lives. And when we bring that joy into our lives, that's when that change happens. So like I said, you can find this one on Pinterest a lot. Under $6. So simple, so easy, so much fun. Oh my God, so much fun. So this week, that is what we will be working on. And of course, we are all going to kick off, as we always do, with a little bit of stretching. I insist that stretching be a vital part of any program or anything that I ever present to anyone. I want to make sure that there's some sort of physical activity, whether that be dance or stretching, or even going for a walk, anything like that that we can do to get up and get our bodies moving, because we certainly don't do enough of that in our daily lives anymore. So come on in with me. We're going to get stretching. We're going to throw on some beautiful, calming, lovely Egyptian music and get to stretching. And then after that, I'm going to show you how to make these absolutely crazy, amazing canvases. You're not going to believe how simple this is, you guys. Super simple. You can actually do this in a night. One night. This is not one that you have to sit and let dry if you don't want to. So awesome. So let's get to it. So here we are, we're just in our normal clothes. You do want to try, when you stretch, to wear something that's a little bit comfortable, a little bit loose, because you don't want anything binding and, cutting into you. So it's going to be very easy. We're just going to do a few stretches here, because we do sit a lot of the time for when we do crafts and things, and we sit most of the time in most of our jobs, and then when we get home, we don't want to do anything but sit. So I always encourage making sure to get up and join me for this few minutes of stretching. We're just going to begin by lifting our arms up, stretching nice and tall here. Nothing too scary and mystifying to that, but we certainly don't do enough of it. Oh, I just want to reach back just a little bit, just to where it's comfortable. And then you're going to bend forward at the waist, not the back, but the waist. Slowly come up to a flat back. This helps sometimes if you have a mirror nearby. You can get used to what your flat back actually feels like, because sometimes it's hard to see it. And you want to just go back down. And slowly go in one direction, you always want to make sure you go in the other direction, whether that be to the left, right, or to the left. You always want to make sure you do both sides of everything, so that way your body's in balance. So I'm just going to do what I like to call, I got this from a great mentor of mine, we call it Dancing Warrior. So you are going to put one foot out, and go into a nice little lunge here. Again, stretch back. Stretch forward. You want to shift the face this way. You want to keep that nice wide stance here. You want to go down into a squat and just sort of rest here for a few minutes. Engaging all of this core and all of these big muscles and stuff, waking them up, getting them ready. And then stand up and then fall forward. And then a little stretch here. And of course the other side. Come back to center. Stretch all the way down again. Slowly work your way back up. And then just shift your feet again. Push into that lunge just a little bit. And then release. Alright, and then what you're going to do is just go in the other direction. That's all you're going to do. Just flip it around. We're going to get this side a nice little lunge. And like I said, you always want to make sure you do both sides. Reach up. Stretch back. Stretch forward. Pull up. Center. Nice wide legs. Over you. And slowly bring yourself back up. Wiggle it around. Come back to your lunge. Get in your lunge nice and good again. And then bring it back. And that's it. That's as easy as it can be. Just a little stretch here and there, just to get you going, just to get you warmed up. So now that we're all warmed up and we're ready to go, let's go have some fun. All right, so I've got all my supplies here, all kinds of stuff. Right here, I've got my hair dryer, most important. You can get a canvas and use for this, or you could go to the dollar store and get these frames. That's how I made them for under $6, is getting these frames right here from the dollar store. So we can use this cutout right here and here. We've also got some white gesso here. That's what we're going to paint the back cardboard of those frames with to turn them into canvases. We've also got our E6000 here. That's what we're going to glue the crayons on with, which are right here. You could also use hot glue for that. And we've got our scissors, some pens and pencils, and tape to hold on our outline. And here we go. So as you can see, I've already pre-painted the backs of those frames. Just pulled the back straight out, pulled the glass out, and painted directly onto that cardboard back. And I've taken our heart shape here, just regular old printer paper, made a heart shape out of it, and we're going to use it to trace along so that we can align our crayons. There we are, as you can see, nice and simple. You can really see how it's just the cardboard there. Here's another one that I did. We're going to do a paintbrush here, and I just use these as a model. But we're going to use the paintbrush and we're going to line the crayons up like the bristles and spray it out like it's paint coming off, and that's going to be really cool. Alright, so works. And it looks like our crayons for this are too big to go around the outside and have a nice place to spray onto. So we're gonna have to cut them in half. We're just gonna take our little box cutter here and easily just score the crayon, and then you can snap it in half. I'm just gonna do this to all of these because we'll use the points for the heart, and we'll use the back end that's a little bit more flat to use for the bristles for the brush. So here they all are. We're going to put them around here. Here are the ones for the bristle brush. We're just going to line them up and place them and finagle them and see however we want to do them, and then it's going to spray down that way. So here we are. I've got them all lined up here, and we're just going to take our E6000 and squeeze a little bit of a dab of this onto the backs. I like to cover up the name brand of the crayon just for looks. And we're just going to glue them one by one. This is really as simple as it is. And again, like I said, you can use hot glue for this. There it is. Super simple and easy. And then we're going to put the hairdryer on it, and it's going to blow out, and we're going to make it spray across. So now we're going to set up our heart and do the same exact thing. So I went around and I realized that we would need more crayons, lots more. So I went out for a couple of dollars, literally $2, got this pack. And so here again, we're just going to take our E6000 and we're just going to glue them on all around our heart-shaped mark that we made, and here it is. Super easy. And of course I did mine in rainbow, but you can really do these in any color combination that you'd like, especially when you get the 64 packs of crayons. Alright, so we're going to get our hairdryer here, and we're going to blow. Now this is going to be noisy, and I've cut it out for the sake and the sanity of all of us involved. It does take a few minutes to get it going, but they will begin to melt. As you can see here, they're starting to go. And here's a few minutes further. And you can just finagle your canvas back and forth however you would like to see the crayons drip. For these ones, these crayons I picked up at the dollar store just to try them out, just to see, and they definitely are behaving a little bit differently than regular crayons might, but it's still working here. I just have to coax some of the wax out of the paper. And you can reheat areas and remelt them and get them to slide down even further. And there it is. Look at that. Super simple, super easy, and then we could just fill in the paintbrush there, draw it in, and it'll be done. So here's our more advanced one, and what I've gone ahead and done is taken our outline and traced it around underneath on the canvas and then covered it with a layer of masking tape. As you can just see it right there, just plain old masking tape. We're going to line the crayons up here, and they're going to spread out down there. So here we are a few minutes in after I've already got it going. But as you can see, the effect is really cool. I could do this for days. As I was saying earlier in the intro, I wanted to bring projects for the next couple of weeks that are a little bit romantic-y themed, but they don't necessarily have to be, as you saw with the paintbrush. I wanted to bring you something that you could do that could be romantic in honor of Valentine's Day, you know, something that you could do with the kids, that you could make in that theme if you would like, but it is definitely a craft that you can do for any theme, anytime, any color combination. I've seen so much stuff on Pinterest, and I know that the imagination is our only limit, so I can't wait to see what you Phoenixes come up with. So here we are, just melting away. You just go back and forth between melting the wax out of the crayon and melting it further down the canvas. This is really an amazingly, wonderfully cool process to watch and experience as you go through. And there it is. We're going to set that aside and let it cool off and solidify a little bit before we take the tape off. And we're just going to do the same exact thing with the heart. Now this one is a mixture of both kinds of crayons, both the Crayola and the dollar store off-brand. So they are melting at a little bit different speeds, which is kind of fun and interesting and experimental in and of itself. But as you can see, they're working quite well together here, and you really can't tell that there's much of a difference at all. Oh, we got one. We gotta run away. We'll just tuck him right back in his little paper sleeve there. Keep on trucking. Almost done, bringing it around. Hit this again. Get some of that red on there. And there we have it. How cute is that? I'm loving this so much. Love that. Look at that. Okay, now we're back to our duet here. And we are just going to use our X-Acto knife and peel off the tape. You just gently start at an edge and just peel it away. Get her going there. You can pull it off in a good couple of chunks. And that reveals the shape underneath and my little drawing. How cool is that? Super simple and easy. Oh, look at this mess. This is definitely why you want to put down some kind of plastic bag, drop cloth, paint cloth, something. Okay, so now we've got our black paint here and a little saucer that I had sitting around to put it in. And we've got a couple of small paintbrushes, detail paintbrushes. And all we're gonna do is just paint in the lines. This might actually take you a few minutes, as you want to be pretty detailed with it. And there it is. I can't wait to hang that up. Okay, so the finishing steps. For these ones that I got at the dollar store, all you need to do is once it's dried and cooled off, which really doesn't take more than 10 minutes max, you can put it right back into the frame that it came in. Just flip her right over, ugly side and all, close the tabs back on it. But you're not going to be able to put the glass back in it. Save the glass for next week's project. And there it is. Super simple. In one afternoon. Super cool. All right, everyone, and we are done. How freaking awesome was that? How much fun was that? So much fun. The only drawback is it does make a bit of noise. But hey, it's a great one for kids because they get to blow and blow and blow and the wax never really gets that hot. So much fun. As you can see, I've gone ahead and hung them up here on my wall with some of my other art that I've done before. How awesome do these look up here? I mean, they just look fan-freaking-tabulous. I would love to give this to any number of my friends. Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, like I said, projects with the kids, and then you have something that you can actually hang up that's art. So fun. I love bringing this stuff to you guys, and this is why. Because you put stuff up here on the wall, it makes you feel like you've done something. You've actually achieved and accomplished something. There was a purpose to the crazy experimentation. There was a purpose to having the fun, which I know for a lot of us, it's really hard to wrap our mind around having fun for fun's sake still. So giving it a purpose when you can do something like this and hang it up on the wall, it gives that part of your mind to say, oh, okay, well, you know, it has a purpose. It's actually art, so it's okay, you know. So that's just all part of, you know, the process of tricking our minds into having more fun. So here we are, super cute, super fun. It only took, I want to say, really, it only took half an hour total. Because by the time, and especially if you use glue sticks, hot glue gun glue sticks, instead of the E6000, even the E6000 was done drying relatively quickly. By the time you're done putting the crayons on the one, and you've moved on to your next one to glue, put the crayons on, by the time this one's done, that one's ready for the hairdryer. So you could just go back and forth. You can set up a whole myriad of these and then just go boom, boom, boom. So fun, so awesome. I hope you guys really, really enjoyed seeing this tutorial and seeing this fun project. I knew the second I saw it on Pinterest that I had to do it at some point, and these free creates are the absolute perfect excuse to do these fun creative things that you want an excuse to try and experiment on. So this is what it's for. This is what it's about. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again this week. I cannot wait to see your projects and stuff. Some of you have already started posting, and I am absolutely blown away by the beauty and I'm just amazed by the art that you guys put out there. I'm just, oh my God, it warms my heart. I love to see you guys doing this stuff. So keep posting, keep interacting. Let me know if there's anything in specifics, in particular, I should say, that you want to see. If you see it on Pinterest and you're like, I couldn't do that, you know, shoot it to me. I bet you I can make a tutorial that will make it so that you can do it. I will want to prove to you that everyone's creative. Everybody is 100% capable. You can do this, guys. You can do this. It's so much fun. So thank you again. I will see you next week. Mwah! So much love.